Okay, so this is the kind of question that this is leading to the kind of question that does come up in trigonometry. So as I said to you earlier, so far in trigonometry, we've looked at angles in a triangle having 180 degrees. We've looked at right angle triangles, first of all, Pythagoras' theorem. Then we look at our trig ratios, sine, cos, and tan. Then we looked at the area of a triangle, half AB sine C. And now we're looking at the sine rule, which is A over sine A is equal to B over sine B. Now you can see how these questions start to develop. So you can see here that we're given a compound shape. So we have two triangles merged into one. And we've got enough information to be able to find the missing side. But then they ask us after that to find the area of the full shape. Okay, so you can see here how we need previous skills to answer this question. So this is a question, it's based on the sine rule, because it's the sine rule that we need to find the missing side. But afterwards, they've asked us to find the area, and we needed that side to be able to calculate the area. So it's a good trigonometry question, right? So we'll start off with looking at the question and seeing what we have to do. So it says find the length DC correct to the nearest centimetre. So if you look at the triangle, D to C is from here to here, and we need to look at whereabouts that is in this triangle. So anytime we're dealing with trig, we should always sketch. So if we sketch the triangle that we're looking at, okay, just tidy that up. You can see that you've 70 here, okay, you've 65 here, you've 6 centimeters here, and we're looking for D to C, so I'm going to call that X. Okay, so you'll know from what we've done so far, we've got two angles, and we've got a side and a missing side. So I could pair two of them up, and I'd also be able to pair two of these up, because I should be able to work out what this angle is here. Okay, so from what you know about triangles, angles in a triangle add up to 180 degrees. So if I was to add all them together, I should get 180 degrees. So I'm just going to call this one inside here y for now. And if I was to add them up, I would get 70 plus 65 plus y equals 180 degrees. Okay, so I can type all that into my calculator, and well, I can work it out. So 70 plus 65 is 135. So 135 plus y is equal to 180. So in order to find out what y is equal to, I need to isolate the y term, and I need to bring everything else to the other side. So 180, and I'm going to have to bring this here from the left hand side across the equal sign, and if I move a term across, it changes from a positive to a negative, so that'll be negative 135. So the y value in this case will be equal to 45 degrees. Okay, so I'm just going to put that in there because I'll need that. So y in this case is equal to 45 degrees, so I can say is equal to 45 degrees. Okay, now I've got a side opposite an angle, and I have a side opposite an angle, so I can use that information. So these will be paired together, and obviously these will be paired together. Okay, using the sine rule. So A over sine A will be equal to B over sine B. Okay, like I said to you before, keep your unknowns in the first fraction if you can, just because it makes things easier. So I'm going to keep my unknowns in this fraction, and I'll fill in these ones first. So x represents the side, so x represents A, so I can put x in there for A. And I've got sine 70 as my denominator, is equal to, I'm now looking at the green ones, and I can see that my side is going to be 6, so I'm going to put 6 in for my side, and 45 is my degrees, so I can put 45 in for my degrees. So 6 for my numerator, and sine 45 for my denominator. Now we have a fraction equals a fraction, and how we get rid of that is we cross multiply. So we're going to multiply the two of these together to get x sine 45. And that's going to be equal to the other diagonals multiplied together. So I'm going to multiply the two of them together and I'll get 6 sine 70. Okay, so to find the value for x, I need to isolate the x terms. And how I isolate the x terms is I have to divide both sides by sine 45. So I'm going to say x is equal to, so I want to get x by itself. So you can see there, to get x by itself, I need to divide both sides by sine 45. So x will be equal to 6 sine 70 all divided by sine 45. And if you were to type that into a calculator, it will give you an answer of 6 sine 70 all over sine 45. It gives you an answer of 7.973556293. Okay, it said give your answer to the nearest centimeter. So give your answer to the nearest centimeter, and the length of DC is going to be equal to the nearest centimeter, 8 centimeters. So just so you're aware, that's the first part of that question done. So that's the first part done. And now we're going to look at the second part. So the second part is, I'm just going to have to do the second part down the left or the right hand side of the page there. So it could be a little bit tight, but the area of the triangle, I'll do it in blue. So the area of the triangle ABC. Okay. So I'm just going to sketch out the triangle ABC. A to B to C. I know this here is 6. I know this here is 4 plus, let me just highlight that so you can see. This is going to be 4 plus 8, so this is going to be 12. And I know that this angle here is 65. And I know that my formula for the area using trig is equal to half AB sine C. Okay, so the area will be equal to half of A. So again, we've got the middle is C, A and B are either side, doesn't matter what side they are. So I'm going to put 6 in here. So just 1 second, we're almost done. 6 times 12 times sine of 65. And if we type that into the calculator, 1/2 of 6 times 12 times sine of 65, we get an answer of 32.62708.033. It said give your answer to nearest centimeter squared. So it's nearest centimeter squared. We're just going to draw our line, look at the number that comes next. If that's 5 or greater, we have to round up. So in this case, it is greater than 5. So this 2 here will round up to a 3. So the answer for part 2 will be equal to 33 centimeters squared. So your two answers there are, part 1 is here. Just highlight that. Part 2 is here. Okay.